Yo, happy Friday, TGIF. What's going on, world? I see my LinkedIn folks. I see my Facebook folks. I even see a couple folks tuning in off of YouTube. Imagine that. Happy Friday, TGIF. It's your boy, Larry Long Jr., and we've got a special live pop-up. I love it. It's Friday. It's, what is it? It's October the 30th. I've got a special guest for y'all. So everyone coming in, if you can, in the chat, do me a favor. Where are you tuning in from? I know we've got people across the world tuning in, and I'm just excited to welcome my pop-up guest, Mr. Ryan. Whoa! What up, Ryan? And if you can't tell, he is the founder, the creator, just the man who runs RepVue, and I'm rocking my great swag. This is awesome. This is day 2 of rocking the fresh and so clean RepVue swag. But Ryan, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Larry. Appreciate that. Great intro, by the way. I'm up in my energy level.
No doubt, on a Friday. So just some history. Ryan was my sales leader. He was the VP of sales, the chief revenue officer at Channel Advisor. And now I have the opportunity to work with Ryan when it comes to RepVue. If you don't mind, can you explain to our listeners and our viewers, what is RepVue?
Oh, yeah. So first of all, I do not mind, and I do it all day, every day, and I love it. Okay. So let me start with this, right? As most of the people watching and listening are probably sales professionals, right? So let's start here. You've all had a new job. You've gotten a new job, and it's exciting to get that new job. It's also stressful. Why is it stressful? One of the reasons it's stressful is because there's uncertainty, right? You were told things during the interview process. Is the culture really going to be like what they said it's going to be? Is my territory really going to be what it's going to be? Can I really make that much money, what they said I could make in that job? You know, is the product really keeping up with the competitors? There's all this uncertainty. And I know thousands, I'm not exaggerating, thousands of salespeople that have said, man, I took this one sales job, and if I only knew then what I know now, I might have made a different decision. Okay. Or if I had a friend that worked in that sales org, that they could tell me all the things I really needed to know, not the things that the hiring manager and the recruiter wanted me to know, but the things that I really needed to know. If I had that friend in that sales organization, man, I might have made a different decision. Well, RepVue is that friend. We are that friend in that sales organization. So if you go to RepVue, and we are pretty new, we're a startup. We just launched Q4 last year, but we have now launched detailed profiles of over 220 of the world's most well-known sales organizations, where you can access all that information. You know, keep the hiring managers honest, keep the recruiter honest that's giving you all that information, right? And we know, you know, that interview, you spent hours interviewing with them, hours. And during that interview, you also heard this: hey, Larry, we got 6 minutes left in the interview. Do you have any questions for us? That's not enough time. So how do you get that information? You get it from RepVue. So let me start there and kind of see, you know, where else I can clarify based on that, Larry.
I love it. So RepVue is your friend from a sales professional viewpoint. Let me ask our viewers, because we've got Dallas in the house. We've got London in the house across the pond. We've got Palm Beach Gardens. I see you, Donna. Florida in the house. Virginia Beach. Thank you, Earl. But essentially, I'm passionate about this because I know how difficult and challenging it is as a sales professional to find that best fit organization. From our viewers, what questions do you have for Ryan? Yes. Go ahead and put them in the chat, but I'm going to kick it off with a question for you, Ryan. You said that you launched Q4 of last year.
Yep.
Where is RepVue at? Yep. How many ratings? What different geographies? Give me that breakdown of what it looks like.
Yeah. So what I just said, I just gave you the why, right? I gave you the why and for sales professionals. So what about the what and the how, right? So RepVue is now the world's largest crowdsourced sales organization ratings platform. And what that means in layman's terms is a sales professional comes to our website and enters in a rating of their sales org. Things like, what is the company doing well, a little bit of information on compensation, and what they care about, okay?
Yep.
A rating takes 2 minutes. It's fast. Our users typically do 3 ratings in about 5 minutes, and they're done and they're signed up and they can access everything that RepVue has to offer. So our job is to take those ratings that we get, turn that data into highly consumable, visually appealing pages that users can look at and be like, do I want to work at this company? What does company A look like compared to company B? How much money can I really make in company A, or how much can I really make in company B? So we're collecting, and we have the world's largest socially sourced, crowdsourced set of sales organization ratings. Think like a G2 kind of thing, but for sales orgs. And people say, well, is that like Glassdoor? Well, the difference between Glassdoor is a review. You write about it, you get mad at your boss, you get fired, and then you blast them. Put them on blast. The keyboard's you're going hard at the keyboard. We're objective data, right? We have it's a survey, right? And it's real simple, real easy. Like I said, 3 takes 5 minutes, and where are we at? Your question was, where are we at? I'm dodging your question. I'm not dodging your question. We came out of beta at the end of last year, had about 1,000 ratings, about 25 companies published, mostly in North Carolina. We'll end in the Raleigh-Durham, most of the well-known tech companies in the Raleigh-Durham region. We will end this year with about 7,500 unique user ratings, which is, I mentioned G2, more than they did in their first year, by the way. And we'll finish the year about 260 to 270 published sales organization profiles, all the ones that you want to see. Salesforce, Oracle, wherever you're at. I see Phoenix in the house. Go to our site. Go to all companies, click, I want to filter all companies in Phoenix. I want to filter all companies in London. I want to filter all companies in Miami. Wherever you are, it's there. We've got it. I mean, it's all due to the I want to thank our users, because they're the ones adding the data, right? We're just crunching numbers and getting excited about it and wearing our shirt. By the way, those three ratings that you do, right? You know what happens when you do 3 ratings? The swag.
Yeah. Everyone out there listening, go to RepVue.com, give your 3 ratings, get you some nice, comfortable swag. It makes you look good. I mean, I lost 23 pounds, but this thing is a medium. It makes even me look good. Now, you talked about the crowdsourcing, which I absolutely love. And I think I saw that there's some sort of promotion going on, some sort of Halloween holiday promotion.
That you would not be mistaken, Larry. And we don't do a lot. I'm gonna be honest, we don't do a lot of these, right? We don't do a lot of promotions, but every now and then let's say, hey, let's put something out there for our users. And it's mainly, a lot of the ratings come from existing users adding new ratings. This week only, so today would be the last day, any rating that our users enter, new user or existing user, equates to an entry into a giveaway for a $300 Amazon gift card, right? So you could add 3 ratings, that's 3 entries. People say, well, how do I add 3? Well, your current company and then 2 former sales orgs, right? And if you've worked there within the last few years. And we recommend users typically re-rate their current sales org about once every 4 or 5 months as well. So if they're like, man, I already entered my orgs, if it's been more than 4 months, drop it in there. But yeah, we're going to do that. We'll probably give it away. We'll draw it this weekend. And, we don't do a lot of these giveaways. So we're pretty fired up about this one.
Hey, you guys got to tune in. RepVue.com. Go ahead and get your entry for that $300 Amazon Halloween gift card. I don't know about you, but I could use $300 right now for something.
Well, hey, Larry, it's the last day of the month, right? So you either crush your number and the 300 is the cherry on top, or you're trying to figure out how those holiday bills are going to get paid, right? And you're probably spending some of that money on Amazon anyway. So throw it in there.
So true. And being that we're talking to a lot of sales professionals, it is the last day of the month, last business day. We got some people that are going to be trying to get deals across the finish line tomorrow. Good luck with that. But essentially, what are you seeing out there? You're capturing all this data. What are some of the trends that you're seeing in the world of sales?
Yeah. Well, there's one big trend. You and I might have talked about this a little bit, which is we see attrition data on companies too, right? Now we see company attrition rates. And since COVID, the attrition rates, obviously there was a lot of layoffs and a lot of people were unfortunately impacted by that. And, we're hoping to have a resource to help them get back into a role that's a great fit for them. But after a lot of those layoffs happened, attrition rates tended down, 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 down. And why is that? That's because, hey, you're going to stay put for a while. Now's not the time to be, picking up roots and trying something new. But that attrition will happen. Okay, what I see is a lot of pent up demand for attrition in the sales profession. Probably not just the sales profession, but especially in the sales profession. And what we see and what we think is going to happen as we look at the numbers relative to attrition is probably going to be, COVID will have an impact on this when we, get vaccines and when things start to turn positively momentum. There's going to be an onslaught of attrition as this pent up attrition. People that would have left naturally, for various reasons. They're going to make that change. They're going to make that jump. So I'm looking at probably Q2 to Q3 of next year. One of the big trends to look for is a jump in sales attrition. And then how is that going to impact teams and sales organizations and companies' abilities to hit numbers, both positively and negatively? Some are going to be positively impacted by it. Some are going to, because they'll be able to recruit, and some are going to be negatively impacted based on that because they're losing people, some of which are probably good people. Right. And so what are you doing as a company to keep those people? What data are you looking at? What information are you looking at? How are you uplifting and upfitting your sales organization for next year to deliver a better environment for your people? But attrition, I think, is one that really watching pretty closely right now.
Wow. And that makes so much sense, that employees are kind of staying put. But when things start to trend up, those employees, those sales reps that are disengaged might be looking to make a jump. And you said it, there's going to be some winners and there's going to be some losers. Oh,
always are. There always are.
Wow. I see my man Seth. He and I work together at Accenture out in Hollywood. What's going on, Seth? Brian Martin. Oh, we've got people from all around the U.S., all across the world. This is amazing. Hey, Ryan, any parting thoughts? I figured we would keep this to 15 minutes. Any parting thoughts to anyone out there? I mean, I'll be honest. I love your mission of really pulling back, opening up the hood and providing that insight, that real deal Holyfield insight into a sales org, because so many times it gets sugarcoated. I mean, you think about it, you're interviewing with a sales professional. So their messaging is going to be tight. They know how to hide all the warts. I absolutely love the transparency that RepVue provides. And I love that you said, we are your friend, that trusted friend to help you out. But any last parting words before we wrap on this Friday?
Oh yeah, for sure. I would say, to touch on that, right? We do deliver extreme transparency, but as a sales professional, what are you doing with that information? How are you using that information? Right? So you see some information on a company that you might be interviewing for. Maybe you look on RepVue and you find some great insights and data, but are you using that? Are you compiling a list of questions, hard questions, legitimate questions for that employer based on information that you've gathered, right? Historically, people do it. You go look up the information that's publicly available in the press releases and this and that, and you ask softball questions, this and that, just because you think you should ask questions and you want to have smart questions. But don't be afraid of digging into the details. Things that don't look great, rosy, how are they addressing it? And how a company responds to tough questions during an interview will tell you a lot about their culture, right? A lot about their culture, right? Are they open to discussing? Are they no sales organization is perfect. It's just not possible. There's always issues. And are they working to it? And that's what we used to do, right? When at ChannelVisor, when we worked together, right? It's like, well, what's the worst thing that's going on within our organization right now? And in the next quarter, the next 2 quarters, let's chip away at that, right? So that's no longer the worst thing. And then, we'll have another worst thing, and then we'll chip away at that. And it's just constant improvement. So don't be afraid to ask those tough questions. We're going to give you information. You just got to use it.
I love it. I love it. And Ryan, you earned the Golden Mike.
Whoa.
So congratulations. You are the first Golden Mike Award winner. I just want to thank you. I thank everyone for tuning in. But Ryan, thank you for sharing the mission, the vision, the background behind RepVue. And I just look forward to seeing the continued growth, really in the spirit of supporting the sales community so that we can have more of those good matches and less attrition where folks go into situations within sales orgs where it's just not the right or the best fit. I absolutely love what you're doing. Wish you all the best, and thank you so much. Happy Friday. Everyone have a great weekend. Make it a great weekend. It's your choice, and we'll see you on the flip side next week.
Thanks, everybody. I'm going to be by and get that mic later.
Peace. I love it. Love it.